Hello everyone, welcome to this live webinar of Beyond the Resume. So this entire webinar is actually conducted for your better jobs and career growth. So here we have speakers from different sectors, and the main thing is the intention of this webinar is about talking about how we can actually get good jobs and how we can actually make your career growth a better career growth. Okay. All right. So first, welcome all of you for iTech Analytics Solutions. So we are into analytics and reportings. Most of you actually know. So what I'll do is I'll directly go with the speakers who are there and also talk about the topics what you're actually covering. The topics for today is how to rock an interview, qualities corporate companies are looking for, then job search strategies, then building your better resume, then job seeker tips, and job hunting for college graduates. Okay. Right. So let me talk about the speakers who all actually are there in this panel where they give you a lot of information. So this is, let's say, we are trying to share a lot of knowledge with you people. So I have Swapna Channamala. I'll just introduce her. Welcome, Swapna Channamala, for this webinar. So she's a career coach, leadership coach, interview preparation trainer, and also a posh consultant. She'll be giving you more information after this, say introduction. So she will speak. So she will give you more inputs about her introduction. She is also a certified leadership coach, then neuroscience coach, then emotional intelligence practitioner as well. Then she has got 15 years of experience in cultural and talent leadership. Then she has been with many HR excellence programs. She has worked with global HR advisory and recommendations as well. So effectively, she has implemented human capital practices that attract and retain top people while working on a variety of HR operations for various industries. Okay, right. I also have Rahul Bedi. So welcome, Rahul. So he is a manager of key accounts at Etrain India, and is overseeing the education business across India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Nepal. So he leads a team dedicated to providing various certifications from Microsoft, PMI, Apple, Cisco, Meta, and many more certifications with these regions, which actually contributes to professional growth and also the development of individuals and organizations. So welcome, Rahul. So he'll also be explaining about the importance of certifications because he is into various different companies and various different countries as well. Then myself, Adi Puttaswamy. So most of you actually know me. So I have work experience on project execution and team management with various MNC companies. I have more than 15 years of experience, and I've taken corporate trainings with multiple domains for 10 plus years. Then I'm an expert in analytics, dashboard creations, reportings, and data management. And I've conducted more than 300 plus corporate trainings and even trainings for colleges as well. So I've trained 1 lakh plus students online and offline globally. And I'm a consultant mentor for various different organizations. Right. So this is about the speakers, and I will ask Swapna to take this training, the webinar. So she'll be handling the entire webinar, and after that, Rahul will be speaking about the importance of certifications. And then if you have any questions, so you can ask in the end. Okay. Right. Swapna, so over to you. So you can, I'll make you host and you can share your screen or whatever. So you're the host now. Now the
Sure,
show.
thank you, Adi. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. In fact, you've got a lot of introduction about myself. I mean, just to give you a little brief, I'll take about a minute. I've been in the HR industry for more than about 15 years. In fact, as part of human resources, it's very important for us also to be open on coaching and collaboration. So that is where, there was a lot of interest that was within me to take up some coachings. And I strongly believe that, one-on-one coaching or collaboration will certainly have a life-changing impact on the results. And that is where, I thought I will collaborate with Adi and the organization to bring up this webinar, which is extremely important for a lot of freshers as well as people who are looking for career opportunities. And today, whatever the topics that has been listed, we will help you to gain some more knowledge, go confidently, go out in the market, crack your interviews, make up your own career. Now, with this, I will certainly start. Any questions, as Adi said, you can talk or probably, raise your hands. We will certainly help you out with it. Now, just to come up with, few important topics, I'm assuming a lot of freshers here or a lot of college grads who are on the webinar. The very first question, being an HR, being in the corporate world, everybody asks me, how even I, get through my interviews? How do I rock my interviews? I hope you can hear me, right?
Yes, Swapna, you are audible.
Okay, great. Sorry.
If you have any questions, Swapna, 1 minute.
Yeah.
People feel free to ask questions. So let's keep it very open forum.
Oh,
so
yes, certainly.
I have made all of you, you can unmute and you can ask the questions, or you can also message. Okay, so you are free to ask questions. Raise the hand. Swapna or I will be there to answer your question. So feel free. Let's not just take this as a training. So let's have this as an open forum where you have all the questions. You can ask Swapna. She will answer.
Okay, great, guys. So anybody has questions, please raise your hands so that we can see it, and one of us can modulate the question. Now, as I said, that a lot of people ask this question: how do you even get through our interviews? How do you even get through a corporate world? Now, I would always say this to most of the people that I coach, and I've coached more than 2,000 plus students and professionals. All that I say is be genuine, be prepared with it. Make sure that you have got answers in your hand when you're going for some interviews. Have this preparation, and I always follow this format called STAR. Now, people might ask me, what is a STAR? STAR stands for situation and task. Now, when it comes to pre-interview preparation, right, I've always experienced in the HR that, people come for an interview and they're never prepared for it. And I certainly keep thinking, why is it people are not being prepared? Either they're prepared, they're extremely nervous, that happens with all of us, very obvious that we're all human beings, or people just come in and see, or try their luck. So I would always go back and tell them, prepare yourself. What is the situation and what is the task? You're going for an interview, right? And I'm sure there's a career that you want to build out in the market. You certainly want to grow, certainly want to do a lot of things for yourself. Now, when you go for an interview, when there is a position up in the market, when there's something that is very relevant to your skills, could be anything. You come from engineering, management, or could be any background. But when you see a relevant position for you, all that, the very important thing that you need to see, the very important that you need to do is prepare yourself. What is the position that you're applying for? And guys, I would please suggest that don't go randomly, put your profile and then see if you get shortlisted and you want to give it a shot. It just backfires. It does not, give you any quality results. Always see what is relevant. If you're an engineer, computer science, or mechanical, try to see what is the relevant of that particular position. Go on to the company website and understand what they do. Now, another question comes up. It is company's duty to tell us what company does it. But then as a student, as a person who wants to make your career, you should also understand, if you're applying for a company, how this company will help you to grow in your career. Now, prepare yourself with a lot of information, what company does, how company is doing well in the market, what kind of a career growth that they can, see, 10 years back or 15 years back, when we were coming up in our career, we didn't have so much of networking or social media or any channels for us to do preparation. But now there's a lot of information out online and everywhere. So make sure that you do that kind of a preparation where you go and you're not just standing, or you're not just sitting with any empty answers in your stomach. You've got to have some questions and answers when you go for interviews. Now, I also get this question during interview preparation. I mean, as per the format, when you go right, during your interview preparation is something that is an action. Now, a question comes up. Now, what do we do when we sit and people ask me questions like, what do you do? Where do you want to see yourself down the line of 2 years or 5 years? Now, understand that, during this interview, right, they're asking about your career aspirations. Do not go with your random answers like, I am, with my father and my mother, and then I have siblings and all that. That is already there on your profile. All that they wanted to look for when you sit for the rounds of interviews, when they ask you certain questions, they're looking for the kind of a person you are in terms of the confidence level, or probably, what is the dependability on your profile, and how are you bringing your actions into results. It is important. It is important that you prepare certain things well in hand before the interviewer is asking you for the questions. Now, most of the time I see that, with my experience, people do not follow up after the interviews, and I do not understand why they don't do it until unless we go back. Now, there is always this sensitive feeling, what if I get rejected? What if I see an email that says I've been rejected? It's okay. I mean, see, not necessary that you could be a perfect candidate, or the company could be perfect for you. It is always, both the sides. Sometimes it happens that skills that you're bringing may not match the organization, or the organization what brings in as a role for you may not match. But then always remember to do a follow-up after your interview process. Do not leave it at the midway and go about it. Now, it is important. It's important to keep your preparations well in hand. Now, I will take a pause here. I would love to know any questions that you all have. Please raise your hands. I'm okay. Any question? Don't think that it's a silly question or whatever. You could just ask any questions. Let's make it more interactive and practical. Okay, should I assume the silence is no questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste.
Ma'am, my background, I completed my undergraduate in economics,
G.
and now I am applying for the post of data analytics. So
Okay.
after reading job description and having the idea of company, I make resume like that. But
Hmm.
there is no any callback from the company where I apply. So how I can sort out this problem, because
Okay.
I learned and prepare myself from past 6 months for the data analytics post. So, and I also want to join as a data analyst. So what can I do?
Okay, Siddhant, I wanted to ask you some question. You said you have done some courses in data analytics and you want to be in that career, right? So you're applying for the last 6 months. You haven't heard any responses. Am I correct?
I'm sorry, ma'am, I cannot able to hear you.
Okay, I'm asking you. You have applied few companies in the last 6 months.
Yes, ma'am. From last 2 months, because
Last 2 months.
yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So can you tell me, when you're applying for a job, what is that you look for and then you apply? Are you applying for jobs which are online?
No, on site job also I am applying.
Okay, on the company sites.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And are you looking into the skills that they're hiring for?
Yes. In many conditions, the skill set is completely matching, or even I have more skill than that mentioned in job description. But still, there is no any call
Okay,
from
great.
company.
Great. Now you are not hearing any responses from them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how many companies have you applied and how many companies have not responded and have responded?
I almost applied for 30 or 32 companies. So one or two company get send response, but most of them not responding.
Okay, and Now, the responses which you did not get right, Siddharth, do one thing. Go and make a list of that and the companies and the skill set. One thing, I mean, it's a good question what Siddharth brought it up on this forum. Team, what I always suggest, sometimes it happens, companies has got different ways of shortlisting the resume. One, it could be from their website, the company's careers website. Second, it could be from their professional channels. It could be LinkedIn or it could be any other forum. Now, third, it is their references, internal references. Now, for one or two position, they might be, more than, 2-digit number of profiles. Now, for them, it is going to be slightly impossible to contact everybody. What I would suggest is, Siddharth, I want you to hear this very carefully. First, make a list of the companies who did not respond and the kind of positions it is. Go and start working on your network. Guys, remember this generation is more working through your network. If it is not through online, it is extremely important you start cultivating a culture of building professional network. Siddharth, give me one company that you've applied and you have not heard.
Ma'am, there is one company that is called IQVIA. So it
Okay,
is health
I want you to do this, make a note of it. Go and look for an HR from that organization and get connected with that person either through LinkedIn. I do not know which other channels, but I know for sure LinkedIn has been a professional forum and most of the people are on LinkedIn. Get connected and pursue for it. And other thing that you can always do is that from the same organization, try to get connected with, say, somebody who's working in the same team. Could be data analytics team or could be quality assurance team or could anybody, and ask them to refer your profile, Siddharth.
Okay, ma'am.
Does that sound good? Is it good for you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I want you to make this strategy. First, don't get disappointed. It is okay. It's a very competitive market. I think when you have done great courses, it's important that you bounce back through various ways to make sure there is a response, to make sure your resume is out there. Now, I have another question for you. Tell me, like, why should I just look at your resume and shortlist you? Tell me that 5 pointers, which is like very catchy on my eye.
Ma'am, like for data analytics level recruitment, there is the basic requirement of advanced Excel, Power BI, SQL, and one programming software like Python or R. So I am comfortable in all that. And one thing I think, because I am a fresher, so that's why they are not selecting me. But I have an experience of intern in Tata Trust where I do
Okay.
data analytics. So I
Okay.
think they are the catchy point.
Okay. Now I can tell you something here. So, guys, when you're preparing a resume, don't make it as a script and script. Don't script it. As I said that, as an HR, as a person who's interviewing you, can connect with you more relevantly when it is relevant to the organization. Abhi, say example, if I'm gonna give you, say I'm good at, say example, performance management. Now there are thousands of people who are good at performance management. How do I differentiate from them? What kind of a qualities I'm bringing on my profile as a first shortlisting, which can beat others? Now think of those lines. Think of those, realistic examples that you can put it up on your profile. Now, there was a survey which was conducted by an organization very recently. The IQ of a person today in this generation has got only 30 seconds to review your profile. Now it is up to us. How do we make compelling resume in that 30 seconds? Point number one. Now, whatever skills that you have, remember there'll be thousands of people will have the same skills. Now, you need to make sure how are you going to differentiate that skills by adding some numerical value to it, like data analytics. How are you going to add value to it? Now, very importantly, any company which comes to you, or probably if you're trying to put up on your profile, see the kind of a problem statement or the fresh ideas that you can bring it on your profile. Second, do not script it. Do not script it from copy paste from that website, this website. Please don't do it. Do it as much as realistic, relevant to your personality. Third, don't make pages and pages of your resume. Just do 1 or 2 maximum pages and get done and dusted with it. Now I take a pause here. Anybody, any other questions?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
I'm Priyanka.
Hi, Priyanka.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I done finished my Tech, and after last semester of Tech, that time my delivery first baby, so not able to complete. It's been last semester pending, only exam pending. So after 2 years, I complete that exam, and after that second baby. So it been nearby 4 years gap. So now I want to start my career. So what to do now and how to start after that finish based on the Tech
Okay.
CSC. And another disadvantage is in so many gap is there na, so I lost my confidence also because it's 4 years gap. So how to start now that?
Okay, Priyanka, very first thing, you didn't lose your years of time, Priyanka. You've spent those beautiful years in raising your babies. So there's nothing that you need to feel unfortunate or regrettable about it. Now, the kind of a perception organization had about gap, right? It is no more. And Priyanka, believe it, when I wanted to get into coaching, I took a sabbatical of 2 years for me to decide what I wanted to pursue. In that 2 years, I've not done anything except gaining some certifications, but I've not done anything productive what I could have done it. But as and when I started approaching on my job searches, now people did ask me why did I had a gap. I had to tell them, and I had to be very clear to my soul as well that I wanted to spend time for my family or for my health or for whatever. And these are beautiful times that you get to spend time with your kids or get to time you spend on your well-being and things like that. Now, how do you bounce back, Priyanka? First thing, what have you done to bounce back? Have you started working on your CV? Have you started following the trend? What's happening currently in the market? What kind of an opportunities that are available for people who have who have taken sabbatical for various reasons? Because I see a lot of companies are calling, people, especially women who have taken maternity breaks, and they're not really bothered about what skill that you're bringing. They're only bothered about your eagerness. They're only bothered about the kind of a personality you are, the kind of a value that you would add on to the organization. Have you started the research on it? Have you started following what's happening in the market, Priyanka?
Yeah, just started, but not it deeply. Just I'm making resume with my husband help. But first, I think first start the data analyst complete because it's too much gap. So I think it's complete that course in so filling the gap now. So I start that course.
Okay, great. I mean, see, I'm very appreciative with the fact that you've got your family member to back you up, right? And very appreciative with the fact that you have chosen data analytics as your start point of your career. Now, you've told me that you are losing confidence, right? Now,
Yeah.
what is the trigger point to lose confidence, Priyanka?
Because before if you continue in that education and suddenly after complete education start a job, it's when passion is continue na. But after some gap is like in you are lost in industrial area, you lost in like this our education area. I like feel that.
Okay, but then are you embracing your maternity period? Have you embraced bringing up your kids? Are you embracing? Have you enjoyed that?
Yeah.
Yes, then what's happening in the market is nothing linked to the confidence, is nothing linked to your education. All that you need to do is go ahead and follow what's happening in the market. You can actually touch base with me, offline after speaking with Adi. I can help you out in job search, how to build confidence and things like that. But to be honest, I should appreciate the fact that you're on this forum itself, that you broke the barrier of talking to me.
Okay.
You have actually broke the barrier of talking to me, and you're bringing up this points, which is in a way that you're open to learn, in a way that you're open to, face this whole industry.
Yeah.
And there is no need to think about that, what's happening and all of that. Only one thing that I will suggest, Priyanka,
Yes.
just keep your, networking channels always alive.
Okay.
Okay, keep following. I've seen some of the organizations who are hiring, right? The kind of a questions that they had are very simple questions, which I can, talk to you offline on that.
Okay.
And your confidence only comes. I mean, see, building confidence is another exercise, but then your confidence only comes in when you see something relevant to your profile. अभी data analytics आप कर रहे हो, which is a very great step that you have taken in your career, and post that I'm sure you will, by your personality, you'll be confident that you've done some course, and then now you can go out in the market to pursue it.
Yeah, but actually after starting the dashboard, that training, then at least I feel that difference. It mean I do something for personally me. It mean it's possible. After that gap, I start to feel that.
Sorry, I missed that.
Actually, after the starting, I told you, I've lost the confidence and do something like. So after the starting that training, then do some work in like assignment, yeah, something like that. Then I feel that some little bit confidence started.
Very
So
good.
yeah.
Very good. See, now you're able to speak up. That's your winning factor, to be honest. That's like a really winning factor for you.
Is it possible in that after that too much long gap, then we'll start career? Is it possible?
Of course. And trust me, market is open. Market is open. Think of it in a way. I've taken a career break and I'm successfully working and successfully coaching people.
Okay.
But to give you an example, it didn't start off just like that. I had to put in my efforts also, Priyanka, that, I reached out to my network. I reached out to some of my friends. I reached out to people who I don't know for references. I've attended a lot of webinars and seminars, and I spoke on those seminars. So, aapko bhi, you'll have to also put some effort. And trust me, pehle, whatever it was, about sabbatical gap, right? It is no more. People are extremely open. Organizations are extremely open to hire people with gaps also.
Okay.
Don't even think of it ki log hire karenge or not. And I'll tell you, in my last organization, I hired a wonderful, brilliant lady for my team. She had a career gap of more than 5 years. That is again, because of marital life and things like that. But she was brilliant. She was extremely brilliant. And we have hired only because of her brilliance. Forget which role. But then she had fresh ideas and fresh perspectives. So you have to enhance your skills. ऐसा नहीं है कि it is a cakewalk for you कि अगर कुछ opportunity आ गया then you're just getting it. No, you need to work a bit of it, prepare yourself, work on your profile, work on your skills and capability, then bounce back.
Then in that field, in the data analysis, which job profiles to apply?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
It means for suppose you apply based on a data analyst, then what is the job profile? It means for applying.
Data analytics?
Related, which job profiles is selected?
Okay, so I will hold that question and I'll ask Mr. Adi to answer you, because I'm not sure what kind of data analytics that you're doing. I mean, you're working on.
Okay.
Yes, Swapna, I'm there actually. So
okay, Adi,
your name is Priyanka, right?
Yeah. sir.
Yeah, Priyanka. So can you repeat the question? So what is your doubt so that I can answer and clarify your doubt?
Yes, sir. In that course, then if I want to apply, then which job profiles are there?
So what skills you have?
Yeah.
Mainly. Skills. What are skills you have?
No, it mean based on which related companies are applying,
No,
which
no. What I'm
job.
asking you is, so you told you want to apply for the analyst role, correct?
Yeah, analyst.
Yeah. So what I'm asking you is, what all skill sets you have? Say, for example, I have Excel, Python. So what all relevant skill sets you have? Then I'll guide you like for which job you can apply.
Yes, I have that question actually.
So in which technology you are good in? Say you are good in Excel or Power BI or Python or data management.
Actually, I'm interested in a data management.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Now
want to
just
learn or you want to apply for a job?
yeah. It means which is Excel. I think no, but I have a question that it mean which profile I can apply for that is
So that's what I'm
different
asking
categories
you.
or one
No, no,
category.
Priyanka, see, my simple question is, you are applying for a job, that is, you are applying for analytics role, okay, and say an analyst role. So I just
Yeah,
want to know, I'm just asking you, what all skill sets you already have, or you're planning for learning something, then I can guide you.
I just planning. I'm not a confident. I have too much
Okay,
knowledge about that. So
right. See, I'll tell you what. Say, not only for Priyanka, for everyone, I'm just telling you, depending on the skill sets, you can apply for a job. Suppose you think that I'm just, I'm not into completely technical side. I just want to become an analyst, say business analyst, wherein not much technical, skills are required. Then go for business analytics, where you'll be learning about Excel, Power BI, wherein you can create the reports. Then you can work on SQL. Okay, so these kind of things. But suppose if you think I want to become a data analyst, then a lot of technical skills are required, right from Excel, data management, that is SQL, then Power BI, then Tableau, then also Python, VBA, macros. So you can categorize yourself whether I want to go completely on a technical side to become a data analyst, or to go with something related to business where I don't want to put my more efforts on technical side but more on the business side. Then you can think about business analytics. So these two categories you can actually plan. So based on that, you can take up the courses or improve your skills. There are so many portals where you can go and you can learn. Suppose if you think you want to learn offline and you want some guidance, then we are there to guide you. Suppose if you think you want to go search some online courses, there are so many other portals. But I'll tell you one thing very frankly, if you go to online, some courses are there where you think that I'll get it just for 399 rupees or 499 rupees. That will actually not give you a proper knowledge. Okay. So when you want a proper knowledge, then you should have a proper guidance. So offline classes or the live classes are the better ones, what you have to choose. But still, if you are technically sound and I can manage, already I know some technical skills, then go for online classes or YouTube where you have a lot of skills where you can develop. But I recommend for any freshers or people who are not from the technical background, please first go for live classes or go for offline classes. Priyanka,
yes,
you got
yes,
some
sir.
idea?
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to start up as a freshers. I have no knowledge as a best idea of that.
All right. So then I recommend, please go for offline classes or live classes. Do not think about the online classes where they give for 99 rupees or 100 rupees or 499 rupees or something. That will really not fetch you anything. That is just the courses what they put on online internet. Suppose if you're very good technically, yes, I'll recommend. But if you're not technically sound, if you are a fresher, please go for live classes or offline classes.
I want to start my career as a fresher as I have no knowledge based on that.
You need to
And
have the skills. Unless and until you have the skills, no companies will give you the job. Keep this in mind, all of you. If you have skill sets, then only you will get a job. We can guide you on that completely on this, about the job. So you can, I'll give you my number or our institute number. So you can contact us directly. I will guide you how actually you can go about for becoming a business analyst, data analyst, or data scientist. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, Swapna, I can continue.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Adi.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I would like to know any other questions. Okay, great. So I take this as no questions. I will move on further. Okay, now when we were talking about interview preparation, I think that is where the questions had come up. I'll give you a very small basic understanding of how you can do the preparation. Assuming all of them, again, I'm repeating this, assuming all of you are freshers and, college grads, or, people who are pursuing their courses and then, wanting to enter into the job, the career opportunities. Now, the very first thing that I have noticed.
Hello.
Hello.
Swapna?
Yeah.
Yeah, in this forum, even there are some experienced professionals also. So
Okay.
I am having experience, so 10 plus years.
Oh,
so
great.
I am in data analytics. So you can consider that point also while giving the guidance.
Okay, great. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Raghavendra.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about the interview preparation, right, with all of our brainstorm topics that we work on, a lot of times that I see a lot of distraction more than the nervousness. Now, people, I know very obvious after 5 years, 10 years, or after college, there is always this bit of nervousness that you need to overcome while you're facing any interviews. Now, the very first thing, minimize your distractions. Now, do not, on the day of your interview, could be virtual or could be your face-to-face interviews, or could be your online tests, or could be your, the GDs and things like that. Always make sure you reach on time. I've experienced this with the students where they call up, or the people, they call me up and say, I'm going to be delayed in 10 minutes, and we are in that hurrying process. And why are you delayed? Traffic is one reason that I get. And we all understand, we should also accept the fact that you can't really do anything about the traffic on the road. Now, how do you navigate through it is something that you need to work on. Now, second thing I see is the phone. I do not understand the basic logic behind it, that people are always on the phone while they are also giving interviews. Now, why is that? We are not considering the fact that it's another distraction for us, for you also. Some beep comes in and suddenly there is this whole chaos in your mind as well, like who called her, why they called her, what is the message, and all of these things. So that means you're not mentally preparing yourself even before the interviews, and that is also causing some sort of a nervousness, distraction when you're coming up with the interviews. Now, I always tell this to all my people that I coach. Always do manifestations and visualize your success. Now, a lot of people, I'm seeing a lot of YouTube. I don't even understand, like, how they're even coming up with law of attraction exercises, which is really not meant that way to be done. Now, it is important that you work on your manifestations. It is important that you work on your success visualizations and imagination. Now, I will tell you how you can do it. The very important thing is, when you wake up and when there's an interview that you need to face, before you even enter in the world of chaos, getting ready, going for this, meeting friend, taking a bus or taking a cab to reaching the place, take a moment, step back on your bed, sit on your bed, and always manifest and visualize the success, how well the interview is going on, based on the skill set that you carry, based on the preparation that you have done. And when you know that you have to face the interviews, always think of them as your well wishers. No interviewers is going to harm by asking you any rude or harsh questions. They're going to ask you what is required for the organization, what kind of a skill that you bring on your profile. Have that exercise done once or twice and see the kind of immense confidence that you will build while going for your interviews. Do a mirror exercise. Now, one of the things that you can calm down your nervousness is doing a mirror exercise. When I say mirror exercise, not necessarily that you'll have to get ready, hook a crook and then get look beautiful or something like that. All that I'm saying is see yourself, how you're articulating and having conversations with the opposite person. That comes with your preparation. And that is, I mean, there is always a saying, right? Mirror is the best friend who can tell you what you look like than anybody else. Do that exercise before you're going for an interview. Now, when you have reached that place or when you are in that process of taking that interview, always practice a long breath. Now, there is a science behind it. People think yoga is all about, or meditation is all about, losing some weight or losing that and this. No, it's all about, it's all about living that style. Now, it's all about how you live your life. And that's what yoga teaches. That's what your meditation and, these kind of exercises teaches you. Now, the best thing that you can do is just really take a long breath. And this helps. This is another tip that I'm going to give you. This helps when you get off guard with any interview questions which you do not know. Take a moment, take a breath, and start with it. I think these three are the most researched, the most factors that affect your nervousness before the interview process. Now, let me come down to some of pointers that I do not want, or probably anybody does not want to make those mistakes during the interviews. Now, while I'm having these conversations with you all, right, I'm kind of working on our relationship by understanding your questions and trying to understand and help you. So that's what you need to do while you're going for an interview or sitting with your interviews. Don't think that somebody who's sitting opposite is somebody who's going to make a decision. The decision has to be yours also while you're sitting through the interview, whether you want to take up that job or not. That's the confidence that you need to build while doing your preparations. Now, importantly, have a trust and have a warmth experience, or the rapport, or extend your warmthness to the interviewers. Don't go in a hurry and just sit there and look around, look for water. You're trying to see some slides on the computer and trying to learn out of it. That is not going to help you. Always sit, extend your warmthness with the interviewer. Make sure there is the very first context that you're going to talk about starts building your relationship. Lack of confidence, Priyanka's question, that comes in when you're not preparing yourself, when you're not sounding confident, when your body language and the tone of voice is not matching. Now, when I say body language, everybody gets it wrong. Like, putting some hands here and then all of that, that's a depth of body language. I will just keep it extremely simple. When I say body language, be yourself. Just be yourself. And be respectful to the other people. Be respectful for the people who are, who you're surrounded with. And then, it is sometimes I keep hearing these comments, your hands and gestures and, the way you think, that's a depth of body language. But then in case of personality is built like that, the human built personality is built like that, nobody can do anything about it. Always have a significant gestures. Don't try and dig into it, unnecessarily thinking about it, too much overthinking about it. Another important thing, lack of clear communication. Now, I see people are fumbling with their sentences. They are struggling to communicate what they wanted to communicate. Now, when I say communication, people come back to me and say that, English is only communication. I have to have fluency, grammar and all that. Guys, understand it as simple English. As long as somebody is able to talk to me, I can understand. That's all that you could crack your interview. That's it. You don't need to polish it with your accent or polish it with your stops. or grammar, that and this. All that you need is simple English that you could communicate well, confidently, without even fumbling or rumbling through your messages. And when you're talking to people, make sure you take a pause so that the opposite person can process your messages. And when you take a pause, let them, give a room for them to ask you questions. That way you're establishing communication between the parties. Now, these are some errors that I see, like, when we interview generally, people will go with long answers. And for me to even process that takes about a couple of minutes. And I'm lost in between what question to ask that person. Always have a clear, concise, and simple answers. Now, importantly, sometimes it happens that, when you don't have relevant experience. Now, example, I didn't had a relevant experience what Priyanka asked me about data analytics, how we need to build the career. Hence, I forwarded it to Adi and Adi took it over. But then with your this thing, if you see that there is something that has come up and you're not skilled with it, but then you have a fresh perspective, fresh ideas, talk about it. And it's good to say that you do not know, but then you can bring in some sort of a value addition by giving some fresh ideas so that you can able to connect your dots. And the reason why I'm saying fresh ideas, fresh perspectives, because that shows your skill, how much that you could add critical value to the organization and your success. Always bring up or talk about some stories that can result into action and also with results. Now, I take a pause here. Anybody, any questions? Okay, I take that as a no. I'll go ahead and, if anybody has any questions, please interrupt me. I'll be very happy to help you on this webinar. This is all about you. This is all about knowledge sharing. With this, I also take away some knowledge. You also go back with some thought process that can invoke in your experience, invoke in your job searches. Now, there is always this question, I'm trying to communicate, but they do not understand. I'm trying to put my words across, but then, the interviewers or, people who are sitting with me don't understand. Now, the reason why, above which I said common errors, the first thing is relationship building. Now, when you show it up, right, you need to come up with your positive energy and enthusiasm. The kind of a tone that you speak to the people. You go in a hush rush and say, oh yeah, I finished off, nothing has happened, but this is it. Would people be interested? They will never be interested with the interaction, because as it is, they're also very nervous. Always communicate effectively with your positive energy, with your enthusiasm. Now, very important, I see these are my observations that some people lack eye contact. Okay, and this is being taken as universal signs of disengagement. Some people are born with that, but then, some people are extremely nervous and they don't give you eye contact. And that is why your exercise of mirroring comes into the picture. It is important you look into my eye. It is important that you have a positive presence for the discussion. Now, everybody has a different way of sitting. Now, when I say different way of sitting, somebody is leaning, somebody is sitting in one end, somebody is sitting cross hands and things like that. I will say be comfortable, be respectful. Sit up straight. The reason why people, there is this, exercise of sitting up straight because the air that passes through your nose, right, which goes through your lungs, it goes straight. So that is why people say sit up straight and then, you breathe. Now, when you are talking to the interviewers, be authentic and genuine, guys. Do not fake your stories around. Now, do not talk about something that you don't qualify for. It is important. Don't even create some stories which is not authentic. It is easy for your interviewers or people who are engaging to just catch you like that. And when you're giving some examples which are related to past, which is not very good experience, please lower your tone of voice. Now, sometimes the important thing is that I've already told you about pauses, but then your pace. Now, when you are talking to anybody, right, make sure there is a clarity and comprehension. Slow down your pace. Don't go blah, 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 blah. And then, you also don't know where you have stopped. Because it shows the kind of a nervousness. It is certainly not a great impression for anybody, because see, when you go for an interview, you have to be prepared. And importantly, when you are at your verge of completing or at the verge of taking a leave from the organization, make sure that you stay curious and genuinely interested. That all depends upon how conversation that goes through you and your interviewers. Like though these are very simple things, but I still see people are not prepared with it. And without even preparing for anything, nothing comes to you as a cakewalk. And imagine when you're prepared and you're confident about it, and when you go sit and you sound like a authentic person, what else can come in? Great. Now, I'm okay. I'll take a pause here. Any questions around this, especially about interview preparation? I mean, this is very related to your how to crack your interviews. Hi. I'm sorry. Unable to hear you. Raghu, is it? No, I still can't hear you.
Hi, ma'am. This is Raghu here.
Hi.
So I just wanted to ask you that if someone is going through undergraduation, so can he apply to the post which he is looking for? I mean, data scientist, data analyst.
Okay, I think one of the person has to go on mute and it's slightly distracting. Raghu, if I rightly understand, you asked whether an undergraduate can apply for data analytics.
Data analytics, because I am doing data science in Itas. And I have a work experience of 1 year in a BPO in Gurgaon. So with there I was working, and then I understood that by not having skills, you will not get promoted. So I just wanted to switch my career as a data scientist. So I just joined Itas.
Okay.
So the question is, I'm currently undergoing my graduation in political science. So can I get a job in these kind of industries? Because I'm not from IT background.
Right. So Raghu, you have done 10 plus ITI or 10 plus 2 plus 3?
10 plus 2 plus 3.
3 you're
Yes, ma'am. I'm still doing. I'm in second year.
Okay. So Raghu, just to answer your question, it all depends upon the companies that they're hiring, Raghu. Now, some companies will be particular that they want a graduate with experience in data analytics. Some companies might be okay to offer you an internship program that is for 1 year, and then can offer you a full-time placement, offer. Now that depends upon what company. So you'll have to go out in the market and look for those companies which can give you a full-time during your graduation or an internship, and then provide you with a full-time opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah. So generally,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
So this is what I have in my mind, that if I don't get job, what can I do that? So because I'm doing my graduation.
Right. You know what? Don't think about saying that if you don't get a job. Instead you should try hard to get a job. I mean, I'm very appreciative with the fact that you're undergrad, you were working in a BPO, then you realize that you wanted to get into something else and you're pursuing for it, right? Which means that you have a clear thought process of what you wanted at this age, at this young age, which means you know what you want to look for a career option. Then go ahead and pitch your profile, and I'm sure you can do it well. I told you, right, guys, this is not an organization market, this is candidates market. The talent pool that's available in the market. Now this is the what do you call, the revolution that's happening around now, right? It is all to do with candidates market. Raghu, trust me, go out, look for the opportunities, pitch your profile, and I am sure you will be hired.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words.
But no, I really mean it, Raghu. I really, really mean it. But work hard towards it. It's not going to come just like that for you. Work hard for it. Wherever you see the opportunities, as I said, that your resume should speak about the qualities and the kind of a value that you will bring onto the table.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Great. Thank you. Somebody was asking a question and then the voice wasn't clear.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, ma'am. Dayanand here.
Hi, Dayanand.
Yeah, ma'am. I wanted to ask a current situation of mine. So, I am a BCom graduate, madam. I graduated in 2018. After that, I took a chartered accountant course. I went to 2 years training also. But unfortunately, I couldn't complete the course due to my family issues. So after that, my brother suggested data science course. So I took that data science course in upgrade platform. But I didn't have enough knowledge about programming, anything related to that field. But also I took that they convinced me like that. But now I'm struggling, but it's already completed, but I'm not confident about anything. I am interested in SQL and Excel and Power BI or something, but not confident about. But now my question is, am I able to get job? It's already 6 years something gap. My graduation in 2018 I completed.
Okay,
So
I have a question for you. I understood that you have done graduation, then you went for your CA coaching, and then it didn't work out. Then you went for upgrade to do some course, right? Now you see that you're not finding opportunities. So can I ask you some questions, Diana?
Yeah, sure.
So first thing, you have done data science course from upgrade.
Yeah, ma'am.
Completed, certified?
Yeah, I got certificate also.
Okay, and why is that reason you're not able to find opportunities in data science? Because data science is now the market.
Yeah, not data science, it's about data analytics, their scheme. Data science, it's include machine learning, but I don't know that. I'm not comfortable in that. I know only SQL, Excel, and Power BI. But I didn't have enough background. They are asking. It's not my JD, their JD is not matching. They want in BTech or engineering something. My background is BCom, and also 6 year gap also is there.
No, all that I understood. I understood your question. So my question is, you have done data science or you have done data analytics from upgrade. What have you done?
Yeah, it's written is there ACP in data science.
Okay, so you've learned certain skills from them, and then you're not finding an opportunity. So I want to understand: are you going only by job description, or are you also trying to pitch your profile to the companies? And why are you not even confident after doing a course?
Because, madam, it's an online course. I couldn't I get my questions clarified. I went simply like that.
And you wasted all your money.
Yeah, ma'am, it's already 1 lakh rupees.
That's okay. So
wasted.
I won't say anything
Yeah.
about it. Now I want to know, what do you want to do, Dayana? What is that you would like to pursue?
Can you suggest what I go move on? Can I move
I
on
will
to
suggest
this
you
field?
based on the skills that you bring onto the table. You tell me, what are you skilled at?
Yeah, SQL and Excel, ma'am.
Okay. And have you done any certifications in that, or it's just that
Yeah,
you?
that only, ma'am. Whatever they provide, ACP in data science, the triple IT they have provided.
Okay. And you're very comfortable with SQL and Excel.
Yeah.
Have you checked in the market, if that kind of an hiring is happening?
Yeah, checked, but I won't get interview call. I told you no that JD will not match.
Okay, correct. They must be asking for
Mm.
engineering student, but you come from a commerce background or a
Yeah,
arts background,
yeah,
right?
ma'am. Yeah,
But then, have you worked on your network? I was telling you, see, I think today's webinar is more focused on building your network also. Henceforth, do one thing, Dayanand. It is a tough situation for you, but then it is not impossible or something like that.
okay.
What you have, you'll have to cash it on that. What you don't have, you don't need to regret about it. Okay, I think
Okay.
some courses online is always difficult to follow, and I understand that people pay money and then they don't get engaged well. It is okay. You don't need to feel regretted about it. Now you have some skills and some education background, which is a different combination than what it is in the market. First thing that you need to do is work on your resume, work on your professional networking.
Okay.
Okay, and start rolling in your resume to as many people as possible.
Okay.
Show your skill set, talk about your skill set in some video bites, and then start sharing it with your network. I told you the market has revolutionized what it was before and what it is now. It is candidates market. What you bring on the table is more important than what it is on the JD right now.
Okay.
Your different combination is not regrettable. You need to see how you can bring in a value add from a different combination that you come from. Now, if you ask me, do there are any opportunities? I can't really comment because I've not, I do not know thoroughly about it. But if there are opportunities, if there are no opportunities, first thing, build your resume, build your professional networking, go on to the companies. Say every company needs analytics and whatever reporting that comes in. So you need to make sure that you prepare a nice, good covering letter and a pitch for yourself.
Okay.
And whatever webinar that you have attended, make sure that you attend some technical webinars also. So there's a lot of webinars which are free of cost, and I'm sure you can at least afford some time to attend it.
Okay, ma'am.
And do this effort for the next 1 or 2 months. I am sure you can crack the skill set that you have.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
I planned I planned that now it's finished whatever I did. So now I will join Itas and do some offline classes about SQL and anything what companies want. And after that, move on to that. I'm plan like that. What you suggest, ma'am?
I did not understand. Sorry. Tell me once again.
Swapna, give me a minute.
Hi, ma'am.
Swapna? Hello?
Adi, I can hear you.
Swapna,
No.
just give me a minute. Okay. I
Yeah.
just speak to Dayanand. Dayanand, I was just listening to your conversation with Swapna. Say whatever
Yeah,
you've already done. Okay, so you have gained some skills from one of the institutes. So you told that it is online. So no worries. Okay. So you already have taken up some course. So I also suggest. Okay. Please, Sunil, can you be on mute? Sunil, please be on mute. Okay. So what I was telling you, also try some projects. Okay, if you don't have any projects, please come down. I have some mock projects which I've already done for the clients, but I'll mock up and I'll give it to you. So try to work on that. Okay, that will give you more exposure. And if you come down once you walk into Itas, so let me just check your technical skills and then you can plan accordingly. And also, like Swapna was suggesting about some free webinars, technical webinars. Just don't go and join, the randomly for any webinars. You can also join our webinars, or I'll give you our, Telegram channel link where we have a lot of webinars which I've conducted, and also give you some links in our app where you already conducted so many webinars, which you can attend. You can take that completely free. Okay, so you can attend, you can get some knowledge, but I suggest you walk into our institute. So if you have any questions, I'll just check your profile, and also I'll try to check your skills. And if you want any projects, also I can help you with that projects, which will at least, give some. I cannot guarantee you saying that we'll get a job, but at least we can try out something which helps you in getting the job.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Swapna. You can continue. Sorry.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Any other questions?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi,
It's me,
ma'am.
Faz.
Hi, Fayaz. Please tell me.
Ma'am, I have completed my data science course from Itas. Now I want to know how to apply a company according to my skills and how I can show to them my skills.
Okay. Fayaz, you just completed your course, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then, before talking to me, have you started applying anywhere? Have you seen the open positions anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you have not done a research where the companies are hiring for data analytics?
I have done research, but I cannot say that I have applied a full year. I am doing some projects, so that's
Okay. And why have you not applied? Are you still pursuing the course, or you're
no, ma'am. I have completed, but I am confused where I have to apply. I have searching, but I
okay?
have
Where are you searching, by the way?
Naukri.com.
And
Only Naukri.com.
only Naukri.com. Have you tried Monster India?
No, ma'am.
Have you tried Insta Hire?
No, ma'am.
Okay, make a note of it. Say Naukri, Monster, Insta, they are mostly target people. You will see a lot of job posting that comes mostly for 0 to 5 years of experience.
Okay.
Okay, and there are new tools. Also look for LinkedIn. The group that here, right? All of them, please create your what you call the LinkedIn profile. Okay, I'm gonna message everybody here. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. I'm gonna put it up here. Naukri is one. You all can see the chat, right? Monster India, Insta Hire, LinkedIn. Then we have Indeed, IIM Jobs. And then, of course, I see some Facebook groups, but I do not know how much people are hiring through Facebook. Guys, I put it up here. Just make a note of those. I think you can, start creating your profiles and then posting up. And most of them are free. You don't need to pay anything for these websites. It is free for all people who are searching for the opportunities. Is Apna a good job search? Sai Guru, right? Sai, I have not, at least with my experience, Apna, we have not tried it because it's a very new platform in the market. But I would say nothing wrong in exploring. But any platform which says that you should pay money, right? Avoid that platform. Because most of the job platforms right now are free of cost to all the people who are looking for opportunities. I hope I answered that question, Sai. Okay, Fayaz, I'm coming back to you. So all the platforms that I've mentioned here, right? Make sure that you're registered here. You register your profile here.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, and also, how can I show my skills and project to them?
Now, if you've done a project, you need to make sure in that project two important things. What was the outstanding problem and what was your resolution that you have provided? Now, when we scan through the profiles of college grads or some experienced folks, right? The internships or the project that they have done, they just write it. They don't talk about what is a problem statement and what is the resolution for that is been provided. Talk about it in few lines. Am I clear, Fayaz?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
And second thing, everybody puts education, everybody puts all of that, which is a standard format. The biggest differentiation that comes in the kind of a certifications that you do and the kind of a problem statement that you have resolved for. Yes, Kusma,
Yes.
Can we get any real-time projects for data analysts? Yes, Adi had answered a couple of minutes back. So Adi, I think just you could guide them on this.
Yes, Swapna, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Right, so people, let me tell you one thing, okay? See, when I say real time, when you people are asking for the projects, okay, first keep in mind, there are projects which come from the clients, which we call it as live project or the real-time project, what you call it as, okay? So when I say live project, that is the project which we directly get from the client. But when I say real-time projects, it can be already completed project or it can be a live project. Live projects cannot be given to the students. Okay, I'll tell you very frankly, I don't know about other institutes, but very frankly, live projects cannot be directly given to any of the students. The reason is because of the data security. Okay, right. So the live projects will keep it aside. But coming to the real-time projects, when I say real-time projects, it can be a project which is already completed, but we cannot give you the real data. But the entire process, whatever is there, entire project, whatever is there, that will be there exactly same, but the data will be completely mocked. Let's say, for example, I have a product name, okay? Let's say Certiport. So what we do is we'll just give a dummy name for that, which will be almost similar, but not the client data, okay? So those kind of projects, we have many, which we can actually give. But the thing is, if people are asking for live projects, that is not possible in Itas, and in other institutes also, they won't give. But what they do is they'll say that it's a live project, okay? But live project cannot be given. The reason is because of the data security. Either you should be an employee of that particular company wherein they take the complete responsibility and then give the project. But yes, real-time projects, if anybody wants to work, please come down. We'll first speak to you and then only we can give you the projects. Otherwise, there are some dummy projects, mock projects, which we can mail it to you, which you can directly start working on it. That you can do. Kusuma and others. Have I clarified it? If you have any questions on this project, please ask me. I will answer.
No, sir.
You got the idea? What is the difference between a live project, mock project, real-time projects?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, Swapna, you can continue.
Okay, Andy, thank you. Any other questions? I think Fayaz we have answered. Any other questions?
Hi, madam. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
So actually, due to some reason, I joined by late actually. Currently, I'm doing data management course in Itas. So I'm having like a 7-year experience in like MNC companies. Currently, I'm working actually. So now I have completed like Excel and Power BI as well. So I'm planning to learn like SQL as well, but like later I will upgrade that like do data science only. So how it's going to help me to get the job, because currently I'm having like a 7 lakh only. So please suggest me, or can you brief about that, how it is going to uh, important for my professional life.
You're talking about the skills that you are talking on, what you're pursuing from Itas, is it?
Yeah. Data. If I do data science course, how it is going to benefit for me? Because currently I'm working as a quality analyst in Kerala. It is like a healthcare based company. So internally also I am trying, but like, can you please suggest me how it is going to work out and how I'm going to get the opportunity, and so what is the package I'm going to get if I mention my experience in that?
Okay. Now, I'll ask Adi to pitch in a while. But then again, Sharnap, I just wanted to know, you said you are a quality assurance person.
Yeah, I'm working as a quality analyst. It is a healthcare company. Actually, we'll do work and report as well. Like as I told you in Power BI, Excel also. So and it is like a claims auditing like that.
Adi, can you pitch in here with respect to his question? Yeah, quality analyst, and then how he's gonna make it to data science. I think he's passing it from Itas again.
Yeah, I know. So, Sharon, see, let me just make it very simple. So when it comes to analytics, just keep in mind, you're trying to analyze the data, okay? So when I say analyzing of the data, it can be from any domain. Let me give an example. Suppose if you are from a background of pharma, okay? The data will be something like this. Say you'll have the details of the drugs, the molecules, then about the patient, who is actually consuming that particular drug, whether the patient is male or female, and the age categories. Okay, so let's come to this domain of say retail industry. Then there we'll have this products, product ID, orders for each product, what is the cost, which region they have sold, these kind of things. Again, if you come to this banking, finance and all, then again, who is the customer, how much he has drawn the money, how much he has invested, so these kind of things. Similarly, when you come to this quality, there also will have certain kind of data. Okay, so when you come to each industry, when you come to each domain, for you, the data will be there, but the data will be of different types. So we have to understand the concepts in each categories, in each domain, and then we have to use the technologies like Excel, Power BI or something, where we can use it for analyzing the data and creating the reports. Now, say if you ask me, where does this Python fit in our domain? Say Python is actually used for doing automations. I get the data in Excel. I have to combine all this Excel into one data set. So there we'll be using this Python for automation. Suppose you ask me, where will the Power BI actually fit in? Power BI actually is used for creating reports. So whatever data you have in your own domain, you just convert that, clean that, make some process, and then create some reports out of it. So it is like the data analytics, or when you say business analytics, it is similar to all the domain. Only thing is in the back end, whatever data is there, that might differ. That is the difference. So anyone can apply for data analytics or business analytics, or anyone can actually take up the course data science. The reason is it is completely on the technical side. You will be understanding a lot of things on the tools, but the data, whatever is there, that you have to understand according to the domain only. Sharon, did I answer you?
Yes, sir, I got it. Like actually, we are working on data only. So whether they are going to consider my experience, because we are working on like Power BI as well and Excel as well. So as you told that we are working under like a report only.
It is 100% acceptable. Simple answer.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you,
and
thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sir, you can continue.
Okay, right. I think Sunil was asking some question from, that time is waiting. Sunil, I'm sorry,
Yes.
many of the
Hi, ma'am.
got. Yeah, Sunil, please go ahead with your question. I could see that you were asking question, and there were more other questions coming up. So please go ahead with your question.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
I just wanted to know that even though having lots of skills, the what market requires, some people may got rejected in their interview. So what was the main cause of behind?
If I rightly understand, though we have skills, people still got rejected.
Yes, ma'am.
And
What
you
was the
want to
main
know
cause of?
why? Okay, Sunil, again I will ask these questions. Why do you think that in fact still they have skills and they got rejected? I mean, according to you, probably a random thought you could tell me. Hello.
Recently, ma'am, my cousin brother only went for interview, ma'am. He did with the data analyst and master of cloud computing also. So even though he didn't select, ma'am, he got rejected.
And did you ask him why and why he?
What was the main reason? Yes.
Did you ask him? Hello.
Hello. Yes,
Sunil,
ma'am.
yeah, did you ask him what were the reasons that he got rejected?
No, ma'am, I didn't ask him. He just told again.
Okay, so what are your random thoughts? Why could have been people rejected? I mean, we just had like almost an hour session, right, with my inputs. Why do you think he would have got rejected? Okay, Sunil, you can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so okay, I will certainly come up. So the reason why I keep asking questions, because this is again to provoke your thought process also. Now, while I was talking about interview preparation, right, in spite of the skills that you have, which is necessary from the organization point, in spite of you getting shortlisted based on the profile, if you're still getting rejected, I think you need to sit back and understand why you have got rejected. I will tell you, probably 3 or 4 pointers why you could have got rejected. One, you were not prepared to answer with compelling stories or with compelling examples. Now, if somebody is asking me as an HR, tell me something about HR. If I'm gonna go like blah blah blah, HR is like what you call people's person. HR has to has communication, or HR is more people oriented. I don't think so. I'll get shortlisted. I need to provide as an HR what is it important for the organization, not for a person. If I don't give a compelling answer that how HR is the strongest pillar for any organizational success, because HR is a ship, a shifter for the organization. We lift culture. We work with people to get things done. If I don't give that kind of compelling answers, then I will get rejected. Now, second thing, the skills that you have acquired through your training programs, right? Now, there was an example before that, somebody had done a course, but then, due to some situations where they were not able to connect well, or, it was not an interactive session, they're just certified, but without any knowledge. You need to introspect, look into the skills and put that in the practice. If you don't put that in the practice and you're simply going and giving an interview, then there are chances of getting rejected. Now, the third pointer could be, irrespective of you clearing a technical, you got rejected at HR or probably a cultural fitment round, or a third round which is just an interactive, could be because of your not well prepared questions, or not answering the open-ended questions that they would have come up with, or probably your approach towards their questions in general is not framed well. So there could be various factors for any rejections. Always prepare with your subjects, always prepared with your compelling answers and stories. As I said, the STAR preparation: situation, task, action, results. Whatever that you talk about, end point, how have you solved a problem statement and how is it that is aligned to your results? And that could be a couple of reasons that your cousin could have not been shortlisted. Sunil, have I answered you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Any other questions before we move on, guys? Okay, so I take that as no. I will have probably one, thing that I wanted to emphasize in this webinar. As I said that, I keep getting this question like, how do we end our interviews on a positive note? Like we've spoken about it, we spoke about technical skills, we spoke about the family background, we spoke about the fitment. Now, a lot of times when we ask people like, do they have any questions? It is not necessary for me to say, ask this is like purposely, like, do they have questions? I meant how well they were engaged through the interview process. Like, if I were to ask them, like, questions on, do they understand the organization culture? Do they understand what it is for them to work on this role? So when I ask at the end of the interviews, I ask them, how do they have any questions related to the organization? People just walk away with a smile saying no questions. And I keep thinking, like, after so much of engaged interviews, 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3 rounds, or whatever, people don't have questions, which means either they're exhausted for the day, either they genuinely don't have any questions, which means they're well equipped with all the information that is needed for them to function in their role, or they're just done with it. So guys, always ask relevant questions. I am sure in your interaction, there will never be any questions. And there'll never be something that you don't have questions. It could be to do with your compensation packages. It could be with your the lifestyle of people, like work-life balance and things like that. It could be anything. It can be anything. But then do ask questions. The reason I encourage people to ask questions, that creates a lot of curiosity for the interviewers as well. Like, how much that you're interested in engaging with the organization. End it on a positive note. When I say positive note, not necessary that you have to, keep laughing or smiling or, shaking hands. It's all about telling them that you would love to partner with them, or you would love to work with them, and you will look forward for the feedback, and you will also make sure that you will follow from your end to get the feedbacks. And nevertheless, when you end an interview, irrespective of you being hired, irrespective of you being rejected, or irrespective of your on hold, whatever it is, this world is small, right? You will again go back to the company, or some point in time, after 10 years down the line, after 15 years down the line, with your skill and caliber, people will look at your feedbacks when you were interviewed for the first time. So it's important to also build your relationships with the organization. And the HR that you have interacted, right? Not necessarily she or he will be in the same organization. They will be into different organizations. And the impression that you leave on them will last for a really long time. They will have on top of the head that, whom they've met. Like, I can recall couple of people through entire of my career journey in the interview process, specifically when I talk about, I do recall a lot of people who have left a lot of impressions on my mind. Some point in time, I know who I can call, or who I can pitch, who I can interview and hire for other organizations, or probably for my own organization. So you have to leave a great impression while you break from the whole interview process. Now, again, I think I've covered most of the aspects with my conversations here. I've covered how you need to prepare. I've covered how to effectively communicate, the kind of things that you need to do before your interview preparation to bring down your nervousness, the common mistakes that you do, the qualities that corporate companies look for, very simple that I've spoken about. The kind of the aspirations, the confidence levels, mainly importantly emphasizing on the kind of a solving skills that you have. Obviously, very eagerness to learn from the new organization, how you will establish yourself. Now, I think, now probably next coming topic, I would also like to cover your job search strategies. Now, with the question that I had from one of the participants, where all they can apply for jobs. I've spoken about building your network, which will help you in strategizing your jobs. We've spoken about some online job portals which are free of cost for the people who will register, and then very obviously it goes on to the systems. Now, second thing, the network that you could build could be through your friend circle. I'm sure a lot of webinars that you're attending, you should also make sure that you keep in touch with your participants. Make sure that you keep following some of the tech webinars or non-tech webinars to build your network. Now, importantly, how do you even hunt for passive jobs? Now, people don't talk about passive jobs, which gets generally filled through internal references. Now, you're out very new in the market. So how do you know there are some internal job postings that are happening, and then you could just give some you could ask for references and things like that. Now, that is where your friends and family come into the picture, who are working in different corporate sectors or who are working in different organizations. They will always be informed through emails or through their own career sites that some internal job postings are only for internal references, because they also earn some sort of bonuses and things like that. So I suggest that you keep in touch with your family, keep in touch with your family friends, keep in touch with your college seniors who are already working. I think everybody will have alumni, right? So alumni is just not because it's there. So you need to utilize that alumni to get in your favor of getting more exposure to the job opportunities, more exposure to getting your profile navigating through there, from there for the internal references. So when you are in part of your alumni or something like that, always have this interactive discussions amongst yourself to make sure you're up and running with what is required out in the market. So any forum that comes on your way, guys, make sure that you utilize it to the maximum. Just don't do it. Just don't lie on that forum, or just don't sleep on that forum. Make sure that you're utilizing it. Now, when you are kind of putting your profile on online, right? Now, determine which online job boards to use. Now, there are so many job boards that I have put it up here. Not necessarily, everything works for you. I mean, everything works for everybody. Now, Naukri is like an Indian portal. It serves more of Indian population. So it has tech, non-tech, marketing and sales. It serves. Now, Monster India is more of tech platform, is what my experience is. InstaHire is more of tech platform. LinkedIn is again various sectors. iimjobs is various sectors. So always when you apply, when you modify, when you create your profile, make sure that you utilize different forums and also utilize the one which is doing well for you. Don't just blindly do it. I mean, you're all doing some sort of courses, right? Use your brains, put your brains to the best of the use that you can filter it out so that you're not wasting any time on this. And importantly, improving your visibility. Now I see a lot of enthusiasm in writing blogs, sharing those blogs through different on different social media channels. Now, why are we doing all of these things? As I said, now this is candidate market. It has been really competitive. Now it is to an individual. It is to me as a person how I want to bring my visibility. I will do blogs. I like to write a lot of content. If you look at my profile, which is on LinkedIn, you will see a content that really comes out every week. I write content on HR, not because I already have like 15,000 plus followers. Now, not because I want to create more visibility. It's about my passion that brings in more people to interact with me. Right? I keep attending workshops. Now, workshops is again improving my visibility, at the same time attaining new knowledge. Now, like webinars and conferences. Now, this is an opportunity for you to open up and interact with more people, where you could hear more opportunities. Now, other thing that I see a lot of people miss out is building relationship with the recruiters, the company recruiters or the agency recruiters, or could be anybody. And I do not understand why we fail to build relationship with the recruiters when we have forums like LinkedIn. It takes about what, a minute for you to connect and draft a compelling pitch for yourself and sending it across to the recruiters. So always remember, the very important thing is your recruiters who are going to look at your profile, who's going to shortlist your profile, take it forward for the technical rounds. So when you have a forum as big as like LinkedIn, leverage that network in your favor. Now, these are small strategies, but then pays you big. We know this is all there, but people don't act on it. And I will always tell this to people, that whatever forum that you are active on, utilize it to the maximum. Okay, I take a break here. We will take other questions offline. I think most of the topics that I have listed, I think we have kind of covered it. Job seeker tips, building your resume, how to rock your interviews, the common mistakes that you should not be making, job strategy searches, anything that you have on top of your mind you felt that I have not covered.
Swapna, I have a question. Yeah, in this there is a scenario wherein it's an experienced candidate, and then in the interview, it's gone to the technical and to the final round, and then the interview with the final top management candidate guy that side, interview is going on very well, and the type of questions are happy discussion, it's going on very well, but during the course of the discussion, you might be having done very well, there might be some question where you don't have an answer. Unfortunately, in that situation that has come up, and since the knowledge is like ocean, it might have skipped even you're an experienced candidate. So how to tackle that situation? And though you've done very well throughout the journey, it's maybe like last 10 minutes or 5 minutes, some tricky things come up which you don't have an answer. How to handle that situation?
Right. So that's an interesting question, Raghavendra. I'll make it very concise. Now, when you don't know the answer, right, I'm sure the kind of relevant skills that you have, right, or the topic that you have heard. I mean, say example, you don't know anything about the HR, but I think you know what, you could give them the kind of a fresh idea that you can bring it upon that. You don't need to answer exactly to the point. You could bring in some answer, some example, that you could build relevance upon the question. Now, let me give you an example. I don't know anything about data analytics. All that I know, it is helpful to build some reporting and dashboards. But I can give you an example that could be a critical success to the organization with some example.
Okay.
Now, this is two ways that company can take it. One, they will try to understand and analyze that, okay, fine, though you don't have the relevant skill, but then you have an idea as to how you can navigate through it. And the kind of idea that you bring in, or the relevance example that can bring in, yes, it is definitely treated as a success to the organization. And it shows that you are enthusiastic in terms of learning it.
Okay.
Cool. I think, Adi, I'm good with it. I hope I answered Raghavendra's question, and I will hand you it to Mr. Adi.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Swapna. So I think this is just the beginning. Okay. So people, I know you have many questions when it comes to career, job, placements. There'll be hundreds of questions. So we have tried to answer most of them. Okay. So you can make a list of all your questions. For sure, what we'll do is we can also have more sessions like this. Okay. This is just to begin with, because it is 2023, we are ending. So we just thought, let's interact with you people with something, very much important. So we just thought that. Okay. So, I think Swapna shared her LinkedIn as well. So Swapna, I can share it with everyone. Okay. So you can connect with Swapna. And also, like, we'll be having more sessions like this. Okay. This is just the beginning. So we'll have more sessions like this. And if you have any questions, okay, you can either message ITAS or Swapna. So what we can do is we can also have some questions. And if you're not able to attend, you can just send the questions. We can make some videos and we can share it with you people. That also we can actually do. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Swapna. And now we have Rahul with us. So he will talk few words about the importance of certification and how it is very much important for having certifications in India or overseas as well. So Rahul, you can unmute and you can take your time. You can speak about
Yeah, hi.
certifications.
Thank you, Adi sir.
Yeah.
Hi guys, how are you?
People, you can answer Rahul.
Hi, Rahul.
Hi,
Doing
Rahul.
good.
We are fine. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. So I have been in this education industry for past 5 years, and I have seen like people like are growing, and there is a very change in the market trends after the COVID and the before COVID. So the before COVID, we have seen like I was listening to Swapna that like people are now into more into open network, and now you can connect to LinkedIn for the your jobs and all. So I would also suggest you the same thing that start connecting with the people of these like the organization you are aiming for, or you are applying a job over there, and start building your network by connecting any of the team leaders or the HR of that company. And the most important thing, start building your stack. Stack in the sense, if a student is, if a guy is applying for some data science course, start building your stack from the basic and start doing these certifications also. Like basic will be Excel, Python, then machine learning, all that thing. You should start, do that from the scratch and do their basic points, because in the interview, you will be only highlighted with your stack. Like if you are like knowledge is with the every person, but if you have the certification in your hand, you will be out of that line. You will be stand out of outing from that line. And one more thing, these certifications not only help you in the interview aspect or in your job aspect, but if you are also applying for your higher education, or you are applying an job overseas, so this will give you a good startup in that. So yeah, these are the some importance of the certification I can want to highlight. But the more we have a this our regional partner as a Itas. So Itas offer a various variety of certification in each and every field, technical, non-tech, and we are also launching our new certifications with Itas, that is Meta certification. So you can also reach Adi sir for that, and you can start building your stack. So Adi sir, over to you. And you can I would also allow Adi sir to show your the stack which you have and the certifications all you offer.
Right. So thank you so much, Rahul. And people, if anybody is there who wants to become, say Instagram or Facebook or any other social media portals that is related to Meta, so you can take a certification and you become a master in that. Yeah, Rahul, right?
Yes. The
Yeah.
Meta certification is a very good certification for the who wants to be in the digital marketing line.
Yeah.
Because see, these kind of certifications not only help you, in the market trends, you also have the knowledge of IT and non-IT both. So digital marketing is a thing if you like in the later in the life you want to start as a field of entrepreneurship, or you want to build your own brand, you have the basic idea about the marketing and all that trends. So Meta is a platform which give you that level in the market, so you can outstand that.
So if anybody is very good in making reels or something related to digital marketing or something, you can please approach us. But we concentrate more on Microsoft Office specialist examinations and also with data science from IBM certifications. Okay. So, and we also are doing this meta certification, so people can approach us if anybody is interested. But yes, Microsoft and IBM certifications are available. So please, people, it's not, I'm just telling you the importance. It is very important now to get certified. Okay. Like what Swapna was telling, that you need to build your network, the professional network. So that is very important. And again, make sure that your LinkedIn is very much professional, so that people will actually, if some HR, so someone actually sees, they feel that yes, this person is really good for hiring. And please follow us. Okay, either Rahul, Swapna, or me. This will actually give more enhancement for your more say recognition within the professional network. So any of your certifications, if you are done, any of your projects, if you have done, please post it and tag me. I will give some suggestions, and also I'll try to suggest some more people in the network, so that you guys can be recognized, and also it is easy for you to get the job. Okay, right. So thank you so much, people. This is the first session what we have done for this HR kind of thing. So Swapna will be there with us for more other questions, more other sessions. So if you have any questions, please send us the mail or the message. I think I'll just give you my WhatsApp number, and Swapna, you can also give your number.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, please. This is my number. You can take down. You can WhatsApp me if you have any questions. The next session will take up a little more, different topics. So you can take this number. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Swapna and Rahul, for coming here and giving a lot of inputs and making this session more successful. And before we end this session, Happy New Year to everyone. My one wish always, okay, not only on the New Year, every day I always wish my students, my candidates, everyone have a very good career, have a good job, and have a great year ahead. Okay. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Swapna and Rahul, once again.
Thank you, sir, for your time and this wonderful seminar. And thank you, guys. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Adi. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year.
Oh, thank you, madam.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Adi sir. Thank you, Rahul sir.
Bye-bye, all of you.
For the
Take
wonderful
care.
session.